Today, I want to quickly address an issue that came up where a friend was asking if it's okay for him to share what he used to know about a lady who didn't live quite a good life in university days, that's about to get married to his friend, a very good friend. Is it okay for him to just pretend that he didn't know anything about her in the past, or should he confide in his friend what he used to know? People have shared their opinions, while some have the opinion that, oh, you do not need to tell him anything. That should be in the past. Others are of the opinion, no, you should tell him. And that brings us to the post I want to start with. If you're about to buy a car and you have shown your friend this car, and your friend knows about this car, that the car was faulty in the past. He doesn't know whether they fixed that part of it or whatever. And then he didn't tell you. And you went ahead and bought that car. Very expensive car. And only to find out that that fault is still there, or even worse. But it was just painted and you bought it. If you complained about the car and your friend said, oh, I knew, but I didn't want to tell you, how would you feel? Would you still consider that friend a friend? Would you? Now, that is related to marriage. Marriage is contracted from an informed position point of view. It's not something you have to be dramatic about. You have to be informed. That's why you bring in families, you bring in everything, your best hand, you bring them in. Because you're about to take an informed decision. The decision to get married is far more important than buying a car. It's far more expensive than buying a car. Therefore, everything that is required for you to know before you get married, if you can, know it. If you can, know it. How do I mean? I've talked about background check before getting married. Background check is very key. In fact, if your guy did a good background check on the person you're about to get married to, whether you're male or female, you have to do background check both ways. You would have found out one or two things about their past life. And if you can deal with it, there is no problem. So if you approached your guy and said, oh, there are so many ways you can bring this up. Guy, this lady, yeah, she looks cool. I think she looks amazing. But how did you meet her? Let him share his story. It could be that he met her inside her past life. Probably he is the one that even led her change. He will tell you, oh yes, this was how she used to be. But now I walked her up to this point. And then, are you sure you can deal with it? Say, no, she has changed. She has changed for good. And this is good to go. And we are good to go. Beautiful. You could also say, he will ask you, okay, why are you asking about where I met her and how? I say, no, I just need to know. You say, okay, I met her like this, but she has not been a very wild person. You say, are you sure? Did you do your background checks very well? You say, not really, but is there anything you know that you may need to share with me? Okay, yeah, in a way. I think you need to sit with her and talk more. Dig a little more into her past. You say, no, my friend, you're my friend, we trust each other. So the relationship between you and your friend also matters here. How you have been dealing with issues in the past before you got to this point of marriage. If you are people that trust each other, in terms of your conversations, you are very honest with your conversations and your positions and your points of view, then you can open up further. Oh, I used to know her like this, but I don't know if she's still like that. It's important that you know. I'm not saying you should break off, but it's important that you know so that you know what you're getting into and know if something she has outgrown. You say, okay, she has not really told me this, but I'm going to ask her. Fine. Or, oh, yes, I know about it. We've discussed it, we've dealt with it, and we are ready to move on. Beautiful. Because if that relationship goes bad, if it goes south, and your friend finds out that you had information that you could have shared to save him all the trauma that comes with a broken relationship in the marital space, that person may not forgive you because you knew that I was heading for the rocks and you didn't save me. And you call yourself my friend, meaning that if you see something that will kill me, you will not even stop it. So it's a very delicate balance, but it's something you have to handle with a lot of what? Discretion. Also, it also depends on the quality of reasoning of your friend. If it's somebody that is very emotional on issues, you may need to just let it slide and never ever talk about it. There are two ways. You either talk about it or you choose not to ever talk about it. Even if the thing later it went out and you never ever admit that you know or talk about it. Just let it be. But what are really friends for? It's better I know that this used to be your past, so that when I am faced with it, because it may come up, the likelihood of coming up in the future is somewhere lurking around. It could be when you're about to go into politics and then the thing comes up. It could be when you are pursuing a leadership role and the thing comes up. Then you will feel more embarrassed. But there's a way that you can even transform it to strength when it comes up in the future. And this is say yes. That's why I'm presenting myself for leadership, because I have worked on people. I've worked with people who move from this end to this end. Yes, it is true that my wife used to be like this. It's true that my husband used to be like this, but it's no longer like this. We worked on it, and you can see that he's a completely different and a new person. In fact, that's why I'm presenting myself for this position, because I have done it with the person close to me. With more resources, we can do it on a larger scale, and people will trust you for it, and then it will not be an issue to use against you in the future. So it's important that we share information as much as possible, because marriage is not just about you. Your family is also involved. So it's a decision you take from an informed position where you, your family, your friends are all involved in guiding you to reach this decision. So in my view, because of the closeness you share, it will be a terrible thing if anything goes south and you knew but did not say. It will be disastrous because your friend may never come out of the trauma of a failed relationship. So it's important that he knows. But how you convey it is what we are not talking about. You have to be discretional in how you convey it. If you also choose not to talk about it, it's a choice. But for me, talk about it. That will even show the capacity of a person that's about to go into marriage. Because if he finds out in marriage, he will still have to deal with the issue. And then he will be dealing with the issue from two perspectives, from perspective of betrayal from his partner or partner who did not tell them who they were before. Then betrayal will come in and dealing with the moment. So it's better he knows, deals with it, overcomes it, and goes ahead to get married. This is not to say that we don't all have one issue or the other in our past, but have you dealt with it? You can also corner the lady and say, hey babe, what's up? So fine, I see you're getting married to my guy. What's up about the past and now? Obviously, you will not expect her to say, I'm still the way I used to be. No, she won't say that. But you can observe and tell whether she has moved on or whether she's still there. With this, I believe If you meet such situation, you will know how to address it. But don't keep it away. If I've helped you, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned to this channel. We'll be sharing more questions and trying to address them on this channel. Don't forget to talk to Sati, your favorite relationship coach and friend.